Yo, what's up everyone? It's AndrezoWorks. I'm back for another video. Oh my god, my words just blended into each other there. But yeah, I'm back for another video and we're here for kind of a different video. So I'm going to be talking about manga. And this is probably, hopefully going to be a series on my channel of why I read something and you should too. Or why I watched something and you should too. So this video is going to be different to my usual content. If you're new here, hello, my name's AndrezoWorks. I just kind of make videos because it's fun and I like doing it. So subscribe if you're new here. If you go through my channel, you will of course see all I kind of do is Dragon Ball What Ifs, which is kind of like Dragon Ball fanfiction, or not really fanfiction, but it's a what if basically. It's self-explanatory in of course the name. So yeah, you might be wondering what. Oh my god, my chair is cracking. Anyways, so you might be wondering what this video is of course going to be about. I'm so sorry about my chair. That won't happen again. But so you might be wondering what this video is going to specifically be about, and this is basically going to be about how I got into manga, what manga I've read, some of my more favourite mangas, and yeah, basically just that stuff. This video is not really going to have much editing in it, so you don't really have to watch the video. You could just listen to my voice. So I guess it's more of a podcast type thing. Not a podcast, but actually that sounds kind of interesting, you know. A manga. Sorry, I'm going off track. That will happen a lot in this video. I'm just going to go on rants and tangents and all types of things. But I am going to be talking about how I got into manga and basically how I also got into anime. I guess I should talk about that too, because anime and manga kind of go hand in hand together. You can't really get one without the other. Well, you can, but you know what I mean. So first of all, of course, I want to get into, you know, some of the animes that I have watched and how really I am into, like, anime. So a lot of Dragon Ball YouTubers that, like, do the same thing as me, they'll tell you, all I've watched is, Dragon Ball. All I've seen and read is Dragon Ball. But I'm the complete opposite. I have read and watched a lot of anime and manga. I've been watching anime for about 3 or 4 years now, so I feel like I know quite a bit about it. I've spent probably, I think, about 30 days of my life just watch. Like, if I were to go ahead and rewatch every single anime that I've currently watched, it would probably take about a month of my life to do, which to some people might seem like, is that it? I've actually spent like a whole year of my life watching just anime alone, and it's like, come on bro, cut me some slack. I only got into anime about 4 years ago, or I think it was 3 years ago, but it doesn't really matter. And the first anime I watched was Attack on Titan. Of course, I did watch, like, anime before that, obviously. So I did watch, like, Pokemon and all that, but I didn't know it was anime, as many people probably have told you on their channels. But yeah, that's just something that I really enjoyed, was just watching all these cartoons, as I called them. Obviously, I thought they were cartoons, but obviously, I didn't know they were anime. And the first anime I really sat down to watch was Attack on Titan. Yes, Attack on Titan has got season 4 going right now, and it's one of the most popular anime, in my opinion, of, like, the new gen. Of course, there are a lot of other anime and manga that are really popular, but I think that Attack on Titan is quite popular in terms of anime and manga currently, especially with season 4, and, you know, it's ending pretty soon. So yeah, a lot of people love a lot of anime and manga that are really, really popular, but me personally, I can never really get into the popular shows because most of the time, it's really just the fan base's fault. If I'm being honest, for example, I'll take an example. My Hero Academia, the fan base is it just really, like, repels me away. Like, when I see the My Hero Academia fan base, and I don't know, it's really hard to explain. If you've seen the My Hero Academia fan base, you probably know what I'm talking about. So yeah, for that reason, I really can't get into My Hero Academia. It's kind of the same for a couple of other shows like Demon Slayer and Haikyuu. Demon Slayer a lot less. I just think Demon Slayer was, wow. It was good, guys, but, like, this is a bit of an exaggeration, you know, if you know what I'm saying. You'll know what I mean if you've watched Demon Slayer. But that's not what this video is here for. I might actually do a video on this in the future, but the main purpose of this video is anime, but mainly manga, because the whole title of this video is manga. Also, I'm sorry because there are kind of spoilers in the thumbnail, and I just realized that, and I can't really be asked to change it, to be honest. If it offends a lot of people, I'll change it, but I don't think a lot of people will mind. So yeah, so of course I got into anime. I started watching a bunch of anime, and I was watching quite a bit, but then of course Corona hit, and that's when I started watching lots of anime, like loads, bro. I was watching so much anime, and one of the shows I watched was Black Clover. Now you might be wondering, Black Clover, how does this lead to manga? Well, I watched the whole of Black Clover in about 4 days, and I know that might seem a bit crazy. You watched the whole 130 episodes in about 4 days, and I know a lot of people have probably done worse than me, and they've done like 50 episodes in a day, which is insane. I've never done anything like that, but I've done quite well in my opinion. So yeah, I watched 130 or however long the anime currently was at that time. I watched all of those episodes, and then it entered a filler arc, and I was just not happy. I was like, I want to know what happens next. So I went and read the manga, something that I hadn't really done. Now, the only other time I had read the manga was for Attack on Titan, as I said before. So Attack on Titan, I watched the entire anime, I watched up to season 2, which was out at that point, and from there, I just kind of read the whole manga. I read like, bro, it was like on chapter 30 or something, and I read to like 90 or 80 or however far it was. I read, all I know is that I read up to like past the basement, and yeah. That's kind of a spoiler, but never mind. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. But basically, I just read up to like chapter 80 or so. And yeah, after that, I never really touched manga ever again. Except for like Dragon Ball Super, which, was later on. And yeah, so of course, after that, I did watch Black Clover. And then after watching Black Clover, I read the manga for it. I read from chapter 2 to 8. I specifically remember because I read it in like March or April or... Not March. I think I read it in May. I don't remember, but it was somewhere around that time. And I read 228 to the chapter with luck in it, in the Heart Kingdom. And I believe this chapter 249. I'm not too sure about that, but I believe it's chapter 249. And basically, I read up to that point and I loved it. I mean, the manga was just, to me, it was so interesting. The way that I was just reading this, and it felt like, the manga was like an anime. It was really strange to me. I really enjoyed it. But after that, I kind of just like moved away from manga. I went back to anime. So yeah, I kind of just, pushed it to the side, if you would. And after that, I didn't really get back into manga until recently. And there is a reason why I did get back into manga, and I'm about to get into it. So I watched a bunch of anime after that. I was definitely more into weekly shows, which is something that I've really learned to enjoy this past year. Just watching an anime, waiting for an episode every week. It's quite enjoyable. It's quite an enjoyable experience, and I recommend a lot of you do it. So yeah, I would recommend you watch Attack on Titan and read the manga for it. And the next thing, which is probably going to take up most of this video, this rant I'm about to go on. So put your seatbelts on, kids, because we're about to go for a ride. Is Chainsaw Man. Wow, Chainsaw Man. What a great manga. So Chainsaw Man is really good in my opinion. It's currently finished. Well, finished. I say finished, but it's gonna get a sequel, and it has an anime planned for it too. So yeah, I do recommend you read the manga though before you watch the anime, and I'm about to get into why. So during the time of October, I was doing my usual tinglings, and my friend, he recommended that I read this manga called Chainsaw Man. I'd also watched a couple of YouTubers that I liked talk about it, and I was like, wow, this sounds kind of interesting. Chainsaw Man, like that's an interesting title. And I was just like, you know what? We'll give it a go. We'll read the manga for it. And this was like very like new to me because I never read manga, It was like a once in a blue moon thing, It was like, all right, I guess I'll read the manga because I want to know what happens next. So yeah, I read this manga, which had no anime, so that was new for me, and wow, it was super good. I really enjoyed it. Wow, I was going through some tough times, and Chainsaw Man was just really good. It was, oh my goodness, it was so good. Now, hold your horses before you start asking, oh, hey Blaze, what's going on in this? What's going on in this manga? Hold your horses. So, hold your horses. Anyways, so Chainsaw Man was really good, and it was really unique. It was really interesting. I've noticed that a lot of my favorite mangas are the ones that aren't really like power of friendship. Get a power-up main character against main villain. Power of friendship. You're the hero. You are special. Those types of you know the type of stereotypical shonen manga. I do like those. I do enjoy those. But I feel like there was something just so unique about Chainsaw Man, and it just really gravitated towards me. And I read the whole thing like really quickly. I really enjoyed it. I was like, wow, this is so interesting. And I read up to from chapter 1 to about, I believe it was an 86 or 85, and wow, it was just a roller coaster of emotions. So many different things happening, and it was just so unique, intriguing, interesting. It's so hard to explain, But I would say Chainsaw Man is definitely for more mature audiences. So if you can't handle really deep, dark stories, like depressing stuff and a lot of blood, a lot more immature things. I say mature, but there's a lot of how do I say this without getting demonetized? There's a lot of dirty stuff. You know what I mean, and yeah, you have to be really open minded when you're reading it. I'd say read up to like chapter 5, and if you're not feeling it, then probably you should stop. But chapter 5 I think is good. I don't really remember what exactly happens, but I generally remember. So I think reading up to chapter 5 will give you, a taste of, what you're getting into, And I really think you should keep an open mind when you're reading this, because I think Chainsaw Man is just such a good manga. I'm definitely going to make a separate video for it where I go into, like, I'm going to do like a kind of like a review, I guess. Not really a review. Yeah, I guess it's like a review. I'm going to do spoilers and non-spoilers, so people who haven't read it and people who have read it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. So after reading Chainsaw Man, I would then go on to read multiple different manga. I'm going to quickly name a few for you, and you should definitely check all of these manga out because they're all really good, and I'm probably going to do a bunch of videos on them. So I'm just going to quickly go through a list. So we've got Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, Undead Unluck, Kaiju number 8, Mashle, and those are the ones for now. There is also ANO Exorcist, but I'm still currently reading that one. There's a couple others, but I'm not going to mention them just yet because they do deserve their own separate videos. So yeah, so that's how I got into manga. Basically, I just read Chainsaw Man. My mind was blown, and I was like, I need more. I need to see I need to read more manga. And from there, I read a bunch more manga, and I discovered a bunch of different types of manga. Quite similarly to how I, really started enjoying anime. So a lot of people are turned away from manga. I mean, think about it. You're reading a book. A lot of people will love reading books, but there are also a lot of people who don't love reading books. So it is obvious to me why a lot of people might, instantly say, is there an anime? Because you never think, I want to read the manga for this, And it does make sense, I can see where people are coming from. The main thing I want to emphasize in this video, though, is give the manga a chance, Trust me, you might want to watch the anime, but so you might get a different experience with the manga. Of course, there is that experience with when the anime airs and you've already read the manga, so you kind of already know what's going to happen. But for me, that never really affected the hype of the anime. In fact, that kind of makes me enjoy the anime more, but some people might not have the exact same thing. So yeah, those are my manga that I've read and how I really got into manga. And that's why I really think that you should read manga. Now, the average person who's subscribed to my channel, I don't know why I said average. Anyways, so most people who are subscribed to my channel, well, like, probably a good 70%, are mainly subscribed because I do Dragon Ball What Ifs, and yeah, they just like my Dragon Ball What Ifs. But I know this is, different content, and this will hopefully attract a bunch of new viewers because, I'm really hoping this video does actually do well because I do want to do a bunch more of these kind of videos because I just really enjoy manga. It's just something that I really like, and I think that, a lot of people would enjoy it too. So yeah, of course, if you have already read manga, then this is how I started reading manga. If you have, any great mangas that you've read that you want to recommend me down in the comment section below, please recommend me some manga and I might do a video on it. I've already got a bunch of manga planned for videos. I don't know when I'll be doing videos for them, but Chainsaw Man, hopefully I'll be doing one from now to the next 2 weeks. After that Chainsaw Man video, we'll see where we go from there, because there's a bunch of mangas I could review, and I'm also still reading a couple. So, yeah, of course, manga is like, it's like your choice if you obviously want to read it. I'm just giving a couple of my personal recommendations. What I recommend you do if you want to get into anime and manga is, first of all, you watch Attack on Titan. That's a good anime to watch. Catch up to it. It's releasing episodes weekly, I believe every Sunday. Yeah, it's every Sunday. Season 4 is currently airing, the final season. It's a complete story, which means, you don't... Well, I mean, it's not completed yet, but it's like 3 chapters away from being completed. So yeah, you won't, like, it's not like Dragon Ball where it's like, oh my god, Dragon Ball's like combined probably over 800 episodes or something. I'm talking about like Z, Dragon Ball, Super, and GT. So yeah, it's obviously just a lot more of a shorter show. I think I think you'll enjoy it. As for manga, I recommend you read Chainsaw Man from chapter 1 to 97. Go from chapter 1 to 6, and if you don't enjoy it, then I don't know what to tell you. The other anime that I recommend you could watch is Jujutsu Kaisen if you want to look at more new gen stuff. But yeah, this was just a video to, tell you that I love manga, I love anime, I really enjoy watching it. Recently, I've just been reading a bunch of manga. I'm going to be doing a bunch of manga videos on this channel, and I think you should read some manga too. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop me a like down below. Make sure you also leave me a comment of a manga I can read. I'm looking for more manga to read so I can do videos on them and just have some cool discussions on them. Yeah, leave a comment down below, turn post notifications on so you don't miss an upload from me. And yeah, make sure you follow my Instagram too, which is @ablazemonkey, because funnily enough, I'm going to be drawing manga panels, because as you can see on screen, the thumbnails, they have like manga panels. So yeah, just manga panels, just random drawings basically, but a lot of manga panels, just really sick ones. Like currently I'm working on this Asta one right here, so yeah, it's almost done actually. I'm just doing the coloring and all that, so yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, I'm gonna be posting those on my Instagram. I hope you did enjoy this video. I want to say thank you for watching. This was a bit of a different style of content, so thank you for sitting till the end. It was more of a rant type, this video wasn't scripted. So yeah, if I stutter like a couple of times, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.